At an ASEAN gathering in Jakarta, Indonesia, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken stressed that the United States shares with ASEAN members the vision of a free, open, prosperous, secure, interconnected, and resilient Indo-Pacific region. But ASEAN member Myanmar has been barred from the group's meetings because of the junta's failure to honor a 2-year-old deal to halt the violence triggered by the 2021 military coup. Blinken had this to say about the problems caused by Myanmar and North Korea.
As the military regime in Myanmar continues to commit atrocities and undermine regional stability, there was broad support in today's meetings for continuing to press the regime to end the violence and to fulfill its commitments under ASEAN's 5-point consensus. The DPRK's unlawful weapons of mass destruction and ballistic missile programs, including its latest ballistic missile launch just this week, also threaten the region and the global non-proliferation regime.
Experts say the Myanmar crisis has tested ASEAN's unity, with maritime members more likely to take a tough stance with the junta than mainland members such as Thailand. One expert told VOA that China had pushed its mainland neighbors hard to engage with and accept Myanmar's military junta.
I think a big role here is the level of influence that China has with a lot of the neighboring countries and its push to try to bring the military much more back into the fold and to push for neighboring countries to follow its own steps in giving the military political legitimacy, engaging with the military, doing business with the military, and so on.
Blinken said he had a candid and constructive conversation with China's top diplomat, Wang Yi, on a range of issues, including Russia's war of aggression against Ukraine and cross-Taiwan Strait relations. But the top U.S. diplomat had this to say about his Russian counterpart, Sergei Lavrov.
I think it's fair to say that based on what we heard from Foreign Minister Lavrov today, his interventions and engagements were not constructive or productive on any issue. He focused, unlike the United States and unlike many other countries, on a totally negative presentation and agenda in which he effectively ascribed every problem in the world to the United States.
Blinken said there was no indication that Russia is willing to engage in meaningful diplomacy to end its unprovoked war in Ukraine. Cindy Saine, VOA News.